Good afternoon or morning, grade 12. So I quickly want to talk to you about just a recap on the internet that we use. I have a few stories that I want to share with you, but first, before I do that, I quickly want to show you how do we access an access point, a router or a modem. This one that I have is actually only an access point. So all the access points come with an IP address that you can access it. In this case, mine is 192.168.1.1. If you click on that, or if you type it in the address bar, just wait a few seconds, you'll simply see I have the network or the modem interface in front of me. You can see here, this is the internet that comes from that MikroTik router. Then it's split into 4 LANs, 4 Ethernet ports, and I can connect any device through Ethernet to that port. You can also see there's IP addresses that you can access. The next thing I quickly want to show you, there are different operation modes that you can choose out of. I'm not going to go into detail. The network, the wireless signal, there's a wireless access point. The wireless access point is the Wi-Fi as you know it inside the house. Okay, so this is basically where you can change all the settings of your router. You'll see if you have a different router, you'll have a different IP address. For Toto, it's normally 192.168.1.1. The other routers have different IP addresses. Okay, that's basically, you can change the settings here. I'm going to go into detail. You can also see there's the router's firewall that we normally talk about. It's not only application or software that we install, your routers also have firewalls. Okay, to let certain IP addresses through, certain ports through, URLs through. So you can change, you can block a lot of computers or networks through the firewall. Right, grade 12. Then I quickly want to talk to you about a fiber. I just quickly want to talk to you about where we are heading and where we are going. I have a friend of mine. He has a 500 meg upload and download fiber line at his home. We like to play online games like Call of Duty. Okay. These games and their updates can be extremely big. So he asked the guy, the one friend asked this friend of mine, don't he want the update of Call of Duty? He'll put it for him on an external, then he can fetch the external from him. And my friend just simply said to him, no, it's not worth it. He will simply just download it from the internet, because his internet speed is faster than the actual copying from a hard disk to a hard disk. You can see here, if you do the calculation, it's 500,000 kilobytes divided by 8, so he gets 62,500 kilobytes per second, so that is roughly 62 megabytes per second. Okay, and the normal hard drive copies around 50 megabytes per second if you're copying from one hard drive to another one. So it's faster for him to download from the internet than it is to download to copy from a traditional hard drive to another hard drive. Okay, I'm not talking about SSDs, I'm only referring to hard drives. I quickly want to talk to you also about ADSL. ADSL is phasing out. The main reason for ADSL that are being phased out is the theft of the copper wires. Copper is very expensive, so the thieves like to steal the copper wire, and then people sit without ADSL. That's why fiber optic cable is much cheaper, and also it doesn't have actually any value like copper. Okay, what they do now is simply they are replacing the copper cable with mobile technology or cellular technology. The latest telecom phones do not have a fixed landline, but it contains a SIM card, exactly as a mobile phone. So that is basically where the technology are heading. In South Africa, I think fiber will expand and it will become faster as more and more people use the internet. From ADSL to fiber, it is actually a huge jump. Okay, If there are any questions, grade 12, feel free to ask me. I do not know in detail everything, but I can try and assist you as far as possible. Just quickly, the people that install the fiber optic cable are specialists, so they come and install the router, the modem, everything that you need. They come and install it for you, so you don't need to actually do that. Okay. Thank you and have a wonderful afternoon.